and I'm sure again you're aware of this, and I can't remember the name of this trans bloke. He's the one who he's actually quite creepy, this character, to look at, in my opinion. And he's American, and Bud Light used him to promote.
Oh, Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney. I actually find him quite scary to look at, because he's you know, like the Joker in Batman. He's a bit like that to me. He's kind of this kind of very.
There's another one online who's as famous as him. Now he's creepy. I can't remember his name, but yeah.
Is it Jazz Jennings?
It might be.
Because Jazz Jennings is a very, very famous trans woman, a bloke who had all the surgery, and he's on YouTube a lot, but he's become obese. He's very unhappy. He's depressed, basically.
No, it's not him. It's another. But anyway, I can't remember his name.
So yeah, Dylan Mulvaney. Yeah. So some bright spark at so the group holding company is called AB InBev.
Yeah.
I think it's German originally or something. They own Bud Light, and they decided to celebrate Dylan Mulvaney's year of transition by launching a Bud Light. A Bud Light with Dylan Mulvaney's image on and something like that. Anyway.
Well, they didn't launch that. What they did for celebrities was create a 6-pack of beer with their faces on it to send to celebrities so they could drink it and post pictures of them. So that picture wasn't on all Bud Light. It was only on those 6-pack they sent him.
Oh, really?
To advertise Bud Light.
I didn't.
It was still about advertising Bud Light, but that his face wasn't on commercial cans.
But it was this freaky bloke drinking a can of Bud Light with his face on to celebrate a year of him transitioning. Now, as a result of that, AB InBev, which was the biggest selling beer in America, is no longer the biggest selling beer in America. Their sales last quarter have dropped 17%, and other beers as a result of that. And this is big. This is big in the commercial world. Their share price has dropped as a result of that. So, I think you and I have talked about this before, but we have the FA, we have the BBC refusing to see what is happening here, and then we have the business world where they've done this, and this must have sent shockwaves through the business world to understand that maybe we're making a mistake here supporting this situation, because a 17% drop, we're talking probably billions of pounds here in terms of what's
they've lost 1.4 billion.
Yeah, does that give you kind of hope that people have reacted this way to this situation?
Yes, and it's happening all over, but not to that scale. So if you look at Disney have lost billions by going woke. A lot of the social media companies are letting go of all their DII managers, and a lot of it is changing. The BBC won't change that easy because they're not commercially sensitive. We steal our money off you for your license fee every year anyway, so we don't need you to like us. We steal your money anyway. And the Premier League, disappointed with the football fans at the Premier League, because the football fans didn't really care that people were taking the knee to Black Lives Matter, and football fans, most of them are so deluded and so tribal that their team in the FA can do almost anything that they disagree with, and they'll still support that team. So they've got a bit of a weird audience. But most commercial businesses have to be very sensitive to the needs of their customer, and that's where Bud Light went wrong for two reasons. The first reason is Bud Light, the main customers for Bud Light were working class white men. So why does a working class white man care about a trans man on a tin or advertising Bud Light? So that had no impact on them as a marketing strategy. But then what came out at the same time was a podcast with the I think it was the vice president of Bud Light, who was head of marketing, and she explained why they've got Dylan Mulvaney, and she doesn't want the beer now being drunk just by white working class men. It's a little bit common that, and she did this podcast about it, and by the time you've watched it you're going, I'm never drinking your beer again, love. And she spent an hour insulting the people who buy her product. But that doesn't always work. It all depends who your market is. So Nike then did a load of this stuff as well. They sent Mulvaney female jogging pants and he put them on and then hit Nike, because who are Nike's customers? Nike's customers are urban youth who don't really care about anything, and women. And believe it or not, I would say 50% of women agree with this nonsense.
Oh yeah.
So you're not upsetting anybody, but when you're looking at white working class men, then you can upset him with this. So it's understanding your market and sometimes about being a bit lucky or unlucky, how it affects you.
Yeah.
If you like that video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell and comment. And if you like what I'm saying about running for Mayor of Greater Manchester, then stick around. Tell your family, tell your friends. The only way I'm going to have a chance of winning is a grassroots movement. So be part of that movement and hit that bell. Thanks.